starting to begin my hike up the approach trail to Linfoot Inn, and then tomorrow I'll be on to Springer. Here's what it looks like. Thought about this arch for a long time, so it was really cool seeing it for the first time today. About an hour ago, Jimmy and I were here taking photos, and he's on his way back to the boat in Charleston, and off I go up to the top. Take a moment and show a green tunnel along the way. Had a good hike. We left after the rain this morning, so this trail is still a little soggy, walking through some standing water or mud or some water crossings where the water's probably a little higher than it usually is, but it's all right. It's a nice little pretty section here that's easy to walk on. It is May the 16th, and I have just come over Blood Mountain. It's really beautiful on the way up here. Now I'm just on the other side of the summit, and thought I'd share the viewpoint from here. It's a very cloudy day, a little breezy, and even though it's breezy, there's still some little biting bugs out here. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna stop and eat lunch here or push the 90 minutes down to town, but that puts me down at 2 o'clock, so I'm probably gonna eat up here. Georgia. I spent last night at Mountain Crossings inside of their bunk room and waited for the rain to pass by before I hit the road this morning. And now I'm making my way towards Unicoi Gap. I'll be there tomorrow, but man, this place is absolutely gorgeous. Approaching Unicoi Gap today. It's an absolutely gorgeous little spot. Very pretty. The stream crossing that keeps on going down. Oh, that's where I just came from. Here's where I'm heading to. This is Trade Mountain Shelter. The walk up to the top of Trade Mountain is absolutely beautiful. Plants are really pretty, and I just got through taking a lunch break here, so I filtered some water. It's my water bottle, my clean pair of socks I'm gonna put on, my glasses, my shoes, my socks I wore this morning, my headband. My rain jacket is out because I kept keep my filter and the bladder in the back of my backpack. And then I put the rain jacket on top of it. The rain jacket had to come out. And then I had some soap and water to wash my hands for lunch in here. The sit pad. And of course there's my bear can. Napkin, spoon. And I ate my lunch sitting over here. There's my sticks waiting for me to get back on the trail. So that's a quick overview of the mountain shelter. And comment, someone has said it's like the water magically comes out of the tree. Here is one of the fun tunnels on the AT. I think these might be mountain laurels through here. I think they're a lot of fun to walk through. We had a big storm last night. Jimmy was kind enough to not let me know that there were tornado warnings. I'm glad I didn't know that. My tent site was all tucked up in a nice little spot. I didn't see any bad trees around, so I was pretty happy with it, with the location. Everyone did get drenched somewhat. There's a lot of splashing. I think the wind was coming from the west side of the tent, got a little bit of rain on the inside of it. And even though I had my rain fly fairly low, I think the wind may have been just driving into the tent and then splashing on the ground into the tent. But anyway, I think I handled that my first thunderstorm completely alone on the AT quite fine. And now it is just a beautiful day of hiking. I am approaching North Carolina. Just thought I'd take a moment to show you this pretty little area of the trail. So I just came down this hill. I'm gonna lay down the trail that way. I can't see anything. And then behind me though is this gorgeous valley. Look at that giant wood behind me. The trail's real pretty through here. The valley down here. Sunlight coming through. Here's these logs. I like little hollows and valleys like this. Here is my camping site, my last night on trail for the Georgia section. I did cross and had a little bit of challenge trying to find a place to camp for the night. It's very breezy. It's kind of nice. I have a little lull in the breeze right now, but it is very breezy up here. For a tent. I've got guy wires out to try to help stabilize from the wind side. Originally the wind was coming from that direction, but it seems to have shifted to come from that direction. I was trying to keep the short side of the tent facing the wind and deal with the slope site. So not sure how it's going to be tonight. Anyway. Here's another look at just how breezy my tent sign is. It's very chilly out here. It's a good test of my sleep system to see how well it is. Good morning, it's my last morning on the trail. It is a crisp morning. I'm quite bundled up, gloves on, jacket, hat. But this part of the trail kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the spots that we walked through up north. Now spring is coming in. And the trail kind of closes on in just a little bit. Not as bad as some places we went through. walking through the fluffy grass. It's good to be moving. My fingers were quite numb after putting up camp this morning. I was trying to tie knots in a tiny little line, and I couldn't feel the line. So I'll have to redo everything when I get home, but I need to do that anyway because I will need to clean all of my gear and put it up properly. So next time I head out to the woods, I won't have to replace any gear. Anyway, this is North Carolina. A nice little downhill in between 3 very large uphills I have the first 3 miles this morning.